Merhaba, büyük bütçeli eğlenceli filmlerin yapım aşamalarını izlediğimiz kamera arkasında bu hafta DC Comics'in çizgi romanının üyelerinden biri olan Wonder Woman karakterinin solo filminin yapım aşamalarını seyredeceğiz. Aynı zamanda ilk yalan dedektörünün mucidi olan William Moulton Marston tarafından yaratılan Wonder Woman'ı ilk kez 1941 aralığında All Star Comics çizgi romanının 8. sayısında gördük. Şimdi ise kadın kahramanı olan bir süper kahraman filmini yöneten ilk kadın olan Patty Jenkins'in kamera arkasına geçtiği, senaryosunun Alan Heinberg ve Geoff Johnson'a, hikayesinin ise Zack Snyder'a ait olduğu 120 milyon dolarlık solo filminde izliyoruz. Wonder Woman 2005 yapımı Elektra filminden beri son 12 yılda çekilen ilk kadın süper kahraman filmi. Bu arada Gal Gadot başrolü Olga Kurylenko'dan kaptı. Gadot'a eşlik eden uluslararası oyuncular arasında yer alan isimlerse şöyle: Chris Pine, Connie Nielsen, Robin Wright, David Thewlis ve Danny Huston. Yapımcı Zack Snyder'da filmde bir asker olarak görüyoruz. Bu kadar bilgiden sonra gelin Wonder Woman'ın kamera arkasını izleyelim. Bakalım oyuncular ve ekip başka neler anlatmış, çekimler nasıl geçmiş.
You will train her harder than any Amazon before her. Never let your guard down. You expect the battle to be fair until she is better than even you.
And 3, 2, 1, go!
When you first meet Diana on the island, she's about 5'6", and she is this curious little girl who's very courageous, who's very sassy and naughty, and she's very inspired by her aunt, and she wants to learn how to fight. But she's being very sheltered and very protected by her mother, who does not allow her to do so. But she finds her ways, and she has this spark in her. She has this fire in her eyes. Eventually she gets her way. The first time that I see Steve is really the first time that I see a man ever in my life. And I think that Diana is immediately intrigued by him, very curious about who he is. She's curious about the world that he had come from. I think he's such a talented, smart, funny guy. Like, people do not understand how funny he is. We had to break so many takes because he made me laugh.
You are stronger than you believe.
I had 5 months of pre-production of doing horse riding and martial arts and a lot of body work. I had a magnificent, I was so lucky to work with people that I admire, inspired by.
You know nothing of pain and nothing of sacrifice, so you will do nothing. As your queen, I forbid it.
Thanks to this young woman, the room was finally quiet enough for me to get at least a few words in. Sir Patrick Morgan, at your pleasure.
Diana, Princess of
Diana Prince, she works with me.
He's kind of a world-weary figure, I suppose, in Diana's life, at least, in Wonder Woman's life. And he's seen a lot and seen the ravages of the First World War. Much is given in terms of his backstory, but you can tell that he's just seen a fair bit of pain.
Yes, because I'm a spy. That's what I do.
Okay, so how do I know you're not lying to me right now?
I think that's the beauty of what Gal has, is that she is physically very imposing. She's stunning. She's like 6 feet tall. She's super strong, kind of emotionally, and her presence is very captivating. But she also, at the same time, has this beautiful spirit to her that's very, and I know she hates me saying this, but it's not childlike, but it's very open and warm and inviting, and she's got a wonderful maternal quality to her, and a deep kind of love for the world, and that is very much this kind of juxtaposition of Diana, Wonder Woman, in this film. At every mention of Ares along the way that Diana throws at him, that she has to meet the god of war and defeat him, I think it's so beyond his conception of what the world has to offer, of a world of magic lassos and people that can jump, 5 stories, and people that can run across no man's land and single-handedly defeat everybody in a leather miniskirt, that I think that the idea of the God of War is just that much farther out there, and he just throws it aside and says, you obviously can kick some major ass, please help me do that, and then we can figure out this obsession you have with this, you know, this God of War character. It's a very modern telling of this story. It's beautifully rendered, and it has a pretty wonderfully, beautifully transparent message of that no matter how ugly this world gets that we live in, no matter how much death we encounter, no matter how many homicidal dictators are out there, no matter how much genocide happens, or how many wars happen, there is still hope in the best parts of ourselves to be good and to protect one another and to do right by one another. That's what we should hold on to, and that's what she represents. She's a savior in many ways, you know. She sees the best parts of ourselves.
Who is this young woman?
She's my, she and I are working together, sir.
Diana, Princess of the
Prince, Diana Prince.
This idea that like this warrior for love will set the world right, and not through what we would consider the normal sort of like aggressive male, like, I'm gonna fight for it. Though if challenged, of course she will, you know, like deep, sort of impossible for, you know, I think at first impossible to understand this mystery of sort of feminine power, but that it's driving you to have to explore it. There's an integrity and there is a sort of absolute that Wonder Woman embodies that she won't waver from. And even in the face of you know, what seems to be impossible odds, or what seems to be even like the fabric of reality, she is persistent in her beliefs. And even to the point where when she's questioning the nature of what she believes as real or unreal, what fires through it in the end, what comes from inside of her is like this inherent truth that she must, and everyone actually must kind of like see and embrace, you know.
Have you never met a man before? I mean, what about your father?
I had no father. I was brought to life by Zeus.
Right.
The gods made the Amazons to restore peace to the world. And it's what I'm going to do.
Well, that's neat.
Welcome to jolly old London.
It's hideous.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
Woo.
Stay back. Or maybe not. Who is this woman?
You will soon find out.
Yep, that's not gonna work. Please put the sword down.
It doesn't go with the outfit.
At all.
Başka bir filmin yapım aşamasını anlattığımız kamera arkasında tekrar görüşmek üzere. Hoşça kalın.